Hey everyone! So I had the pleasure of going to Boskone 61 this year down in Boston. It was great, fantastic weather, and got to see a ton of awesome things. Why don't you come along and check it out? So after checking in on Friday, I went to my first panel, which is all about green energy and how we can better utilize things that we can find in space.
Started out at a few percent.
I then met up with fellow author Mike DeLude
There for a
and
reason. The
narrator
reason
Bonnie
was
Jean Boetcher,
because somebody
and we got to
knew
sit in
evidently
on
that
space
we had to
independence
make that
with
room
my
because
favorite
the
author that I
kid
was
was
looking
so
forward to
busy.
seeing, John Scalzi,
I think
and we had a lot of fun checking out what they wanted to say.
that when you're talking about idiot-proofing, a space station, it literally means sequestering the people who are not professional spacegoers to very specific parts of the space station, and the moment that they go anywhere else, because they absolutely will, that's when they go to space jail and they are not let out until it is time to leave. And that's how you act.
And I, of course, had to hit Dunkin' Donuts and go see my favorite dragon. Then I got to meet the awesome Kevin Roach from IBM, who was amazing and went on and on about the most
And that is
spectacular
all
things that I barely
wiring
understood,
for
and I could
the
have listened to him all
microwaves
day.
that we talk to that chip with. And all those funny little loops are because we cool it down to.
I got to check out the art exhibit, and I found a piece that I really loved. A nice fabric piece with Smaug looming over the mountain.
Not having been raised in the culture, has to sort
Then
of
I
figure
went
out
over
what
to
is
check out a
real
panel on
and
the
what is
softer
artificial.
side of science fiction
Taken as
and heard some
fact.
great things about kind of
So
the
she's critically
social
looking at it. There's a lot of hard
implications
critique.
and economics and everything else that goes into sci-fi that's not,
Novels,
rockets and
novels
lasers,
all
and
take
it was a great
place.
talk.
And within the next year or so, my 18th century noir book, Anna Hoyt, it's noir books, novel set in Boston, a crime novel. And for me, I always think of it as the way, at Lisa was talking about, the way that cultures explore each other and how they.
I then attended a hilarious panel all about writing fight scenes from a bunch of different fantasy and science fiction authors, some of which had real stories from their past involving knives and chains, and it got some good chuckles from the crowd. I got to meet up with some different panelists who were both a combination of publishers, agents, and agented authors, and it was fantastic to hear their different perceptions and different takes on how the process works.
They just kind of nervously read off a piece of paper. They're beautiful.
Sign us up and send us somewhere to
Then I
fuck the
popped
alien
downstairs
menace
to the
they do there
Galleria
and forget
for
about
a
us.
quick little reading
Maybe they
from
make their
Mercury
ship somewhere
Rising by
else,
Rob
somewhere
Green of
cooler.
Manchester, New
Where
Hampshire.
else? The moon? You think maybe the Admiral might have noticed something like that going on in his backyard? Brooklyn Road decided.
And of course, I had to go to Bon May. It's just like a 10-minute walk down the street from the hotel. So, yeah, pulled pork, rice. Oh, so good. Little kimchi.
All kinds of dragons in there, so I definitely like them.
Then, one of my favorite panels I was looking forward to, all about dragon design. It's a combination of authors and biologists and illustrators going over how they design dragons, how dragons could really work in the real world, and how they're best utilized and described in different stories. It was super eye-opening and incredibly fun to listen to.
The biologist mindset.
And my bid won! And the highlight of my trip, I got to meet John Scalzi, who was super awesome, despite me being a super dork. And I got my third book signed by him, Ghost Brigades. So that's a wrap for Boskone 61. I had an amazing time. I won the art that I had put in for the auction. I wanted this at minimum, so that's awesome. It's super sweet, this little picture of Smaug moving over the mountain. So that'll be great to hang up when I go home. Also, I showed up early and I actually got to be second in line to meet John Scalzi. So he was really cool. It was a lot of fun. He signed my book of Ghost Brigades because I already had Old Man's Work signed before. And yeah, so overall, great weekend. Thanks for following along. And I learned a ton. I hope to apply it into my future writing. So stay tuned for some hopefully better writing from me because of this experience. So hope you all had a great time, and I'll talk to you later. All right, thanks. Bye.